So we'll continue with our last unit, which is module 5 vector calculus. Before I begin that, what did we do last time? I just want to make sure there are no loose ends on that. So vector calculus, this is covered in chapters 9 and 10 in the book. Okay. So last time we looked at module 5, Laplace transform. The goal of Laplace transform is to solve linear ODEs or linear initial value problems. I had gone through sections 6.3 to 6.6, where we have each layer of complexity added. What I suggest you do is to follow the solved examples in the book and do similar problems from the problem set. So follow the solved examples and similar ones from the problem set. So for your exam 3, which is going to be on Monday, the week of Thanksgiving, I think that's November 25th. Yeah, exam 3 is going to be on November 25th. As usual, it will cover 2 modules, modules 5 and 6. We'll have 4 problems, 2 from each. You are allowed to bring 2 sheets of notes. Actually, I would say bring any number of sheets of notes as long as it's not printed material. Unlimited sheets of handwritten notes. For Laplace transform, I'll provide tables of transforms, but key results or the theorems, you need to know whether you remember it or write it on your sheet of notes. That's up to you. Okay. So today and today and Monday, next Monday, I hope to discuss vector calculus. But next Wednesday, we have the last effective lecture period where I will actually lecture. In that lecture, I intend to do a course review for the final, talk about your project. And what I would suggest is, so today is what, 13th? 13th, right? Yeah. So 13th and 21st, we intend to discuss module 6. The lecture on 23rd, what I wish to do is to give you details or basically go over project 2. I haven't had anyone so far come to me with a problem that they want to do as a project and ask for my input. Maybe many of you have decided problems on your own, which is totally okay. But at this lecture, since we have a relatively small class, we could spend about 2-3 minutes for each student, where you can tell what problem you are going to solve. If you have it printed out or written down and you want to show me, that will be fine. But I could have a quick clinic where we could spend half an hour for the entire class, where I can listen to what exact problem you want to solve and see if there is any feedback that I can give. Okay, so that I make sure that at least by next Wednesday, you are all starting on your project, which is to identify a problem to solve. Okay,
That should be 18 and the 13th and 18th.
13th and 18th. 13th and 18th. And that would be 2020. So on 20th, come prepared to describe your chosen project problem in 2-3 minutes. I don't have time to spend like 5 to 10 minutes on each student. We have 16 students, that's already 80 minutes, but quickly, 2 to 3 minutes. Okay. The other thing I wish to also discuss is the extra credit assignment. That is completely optional. I still haven't figured out a correct formula for the extra credit assignment in the sense, suppose you are really struggling and this extra credit can get you from a C plus to a B minus or a B, that's welcome. But I also don't want the false impression where I give too much credit and somebody who should have been getting a B plus or A minus ends up getting bumped to a A. I'm trying to work out what is the best or equitable formula to do this, but definitely I want to offer at least 5 to 10% minimum as incentive to doing this work. So that it's optional, it's still optional, you don't have to do it, okay? So this extra credit assignment, as you may remember, is to write a computer program, write a program to compute the Fourier coefficients in problem 2 and problem 3 of exam 2. I have the exam 2 solutions written down and printed. I have it in my office. If anybody wants to get an early start on this, they can come by and pick up a copy, or on Wednesday, I'll hand out paper copies to everyone. Okay? Whoever wants to do the extra credit assignment. Okay. So we'll listen to your project 2 problem. We'll talk about it. And as you may also recall, December 1 and 3 are the days in which the project presentations will take place, 8 on each day. So we have a 80-minute class, 85-minute, let's say 80. That's about 10 minutes per person. So prepare your talk only for that 10 minutes. Don't overrun your time so that we can all be on schedule. Okay. Monday is first or Monday is second? Monday is second and Wednesday is. Yeah.
Will the presentation be part of the grade for this?
Of course, yeah. In fact, presentation, you have to upload your slides beforehand, and that is like roughly half the credit, and the remaining half is how you present it. Okay, so here's the catch. People who do it on the 4th arguably get 2 extra days, which then can lead to complaints about, unfair advantage. So what I'm going to request is everybody should upload their slides by noon on December 2nd. Upload your slides, upload the .pptx file to Canvas by noon. Noon, not midnight, noon on December 2nd. Okay? What?
Can you be
4 p.m. because I need time to download everything. Well, why 4 p.m.?
40 styles?
Okay, so fine, 4 p.m. By 4 p.m.
And who is going to present on December 2? Who will fix it?
It will be random. I will not even know until 5:30. I might just use like a random number generator to generate numbers between 1 to 16. And based on what your registration number is, you will be called. So I don't even know who is going to be called. Right? Because I don't know your registration numbers. So nobody can complain that I am giving some person favorable treatment. I hate all of you equally. Okay. So you should upload the PPTX file, and that is the slides you will use. I will download it, load it on the computer, so you don't have to do it or bring it in a thumb drive or whatever. Okay. So please keep that in mind. The extra credit assignment, those who choose to do it, you can turn it in by study day, which is third, right? Thursday is third, then no, fifth. Study day is fifth. I'm going to make this again submission through Canvas so that I can grade this from home the same day night. Okay. Anything else that I haven't covered about the course? I need to return your graded work, which I hope to get to after Monday, because I have a deadline on Monday. But after that, I hope to do all the grading and get everything returned back to you. Yeah.
How would the report?
There's no report.
No.
There is a PowerPoint slide that you have to upload, which should be similarly formatted to project one, where you put your handwritten solution, you put your code, you put the outputs, and then there has to be a component where you make a presentation out of it. Those slides should also be there. I will grade the first part. I won't show it to the rest of the class, but the second part is going to be your 10-minute presentation. So I'll also evaluate you for your technical presentation skills, how you explain your work.
So, there was two different periods.
One PPT. Part one is for my view only. I will not show it to the class. In the same file, you also put the 10 slides or whatever slides you will present. When you come up to the stage, just choose from the 11th or 12th slide and start talking. Yeah.
So,
Sorry?
you're supposed to present it on the-
There is, yeah, I'll come to that. So this is, we talked only up to exam 3 and project 2. Technically, the course ends here. The final exam during finals week is entirely optional. It will allow you to replace either exam 1, 2, 3 or a combination thereof of your scores. I originally thought you'll just replace everything, but now I'm allowing you to replace parts. Like you can replace only exam 1, but not 2 and 3, for example. So that final exam, the optional final exam, it will be during finals week. I don't want to misquote the time. If our class meets on Monday, Wednesday, 5:30 PM, there is a specific time slot.
I think it's the
11.
Yeah, the Wednesday at.
5:30 to 7:30.
So I'll put a to be verified. Each of you can go home and verify this. Wednesday, December 11th, 5:30 to 7:30 PM. I'm going to be out of town during that week. One option I have is to arrange somebody else to come and hold the exam. The other option I'm thinking about is to make it a take-home final and give you X days, maybe like 3 days, let's say, to do the final and upload the solution. Can I get any feedback about what is preferred, a take-home exam or a actual exam?
Gonna be a take home because my birthday's the 11th.
So you should feel special about it.
But yeah, my birthday present will be everyone gets a take home.
So does everyone want a take home or prefer a take home? Yes. Yes?
Actually, I don't. With the change of difficulty levels,
It won't change difficulty level, it would lead to more tedious exam. Like whatever you can complain about saying, I didn't have time, you can't complain now. I can ask anything that will take more time because you're given 3 days. So
Time is in, like, we would need to write a computer program in order to calculate a coefficient time.
yeah, there'll almost be one problem that in which you'll be asked to compute the Fourier coefficients. Rest of the problems, I'll keep it like you would do in a in-class exam. It might take you 30, 40, 30 minutes, let's say, but not too much complicated. It won't be difficult because it's a take home. It will only be making you maybe do a lot more work.
Yeah, yeah. Take home, that's what yeah, we do.
Yeah.
Take home is generally favored.
Yes.
Okay. You are all very honorable students. You won't discuss with each other. You won't get help from Check or Chat GPT. You won't do any of that. I'm very sure. Very sure. Okay. So as of now, it is scheduled, but I am definitely persuadable for a take home because I will be out of town. It will simplify my life considerably. I don't have to ask anybody for a favor. And this optional final, it will have 6 problems, one from each module. Okay, so I'll divide that into part 1, 2, and 3, which directly correspond to exam 1, 2, and 3. So that I'll assign individual scores to each part, and if it happens to be greater than your exam 1 score, I will take the larger of the score. You want to say something?
No,
Good, yeah.
Shall we know all of our graded exams and projects before this exam?
Yes, that is the intention, by study day or the day after. Actually, if I make this due by study day, I can't get it graded by end of the day. How about if I make this extra credit due also on December 2nd? Would people have objection to that? Yes, no?
that's fine. Yeah.
Yes, because that will give me one whole day, one working day to grade everything. By 4 PM on study day, you should know all your scores. And if I also release the letter grades, if you know the letter grade stream, it's on the syllabus. So you should be able to compute your grade by yourself by study day. And if you want, you can take the final. Okay, so this extra credit work is going to be due via Canvas by 4 PM or whatever. I'll say midnight because anyway, I won't be grading it the same night. So by midnight of December 2nd, that is 11:59 PM that Wednesday. So that you have all evening to do this if you wish to.
Wednesday or like?
Wednesday.
Monday.
Wednesday. Sorry, yeah, December 4th. December 4th. So that Wednesday evening, you have time to work on this. And Thursday morning, I'll start grading everything, or I'll start posting your grades. At least except the extra credits and the presentations, I hope to have all your exams and projects graded much before. I'll have time next week to do that. Okay. So 6 problems, one from each module. Since it's take home, I don't have to worry about providing you tables or sheets or anything. And out of these 6 problems, one from each module, the problem on module 4 will involve programming. So it's programming to compute the Fourier coefficients. So you have module 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is on PDEs. And this is on Fourier series. No, sorry. This is Fourier series. This is PDEs. ODEs. First, what is the first topic? First order, please. special functions. Then Laplace transform vector calculus. About the same difficulty as your other exams, but maybe a little lengthy because it's take home. So if I'm going to make this take home, and if your scores are posted by study day, I'll try to open this. Opens on fifth study day, opens on December 6th. So if it opens on December 6th, you get the entire day. So like, let's say at 12 a.m. at midnight, I might post it like few hours earlier too. But from midnight on December 6th, 6th, 7th, 8th, due by noon on December 6, 7, 8, 9, Monday. Via Canvas. So you get 3 days. I don't want to drag it anymore so that I can also finish the grading and post the final grades by end of that week. What other loose end is there in the course? Your DFT project, right? So DFT project, you next Wednesday. What is next Wednesday? 18th. No, Monday is 18th.
Monday is the-
I meant to say Wednesday. Due by 5:30 p.m. on December 20th. Again, we are Canvas.
But in your last email, you mentioned the 18th.
Oh, it's at 18th? Yeah, actually, let it be 18th. Then. Let's not keep dragging this so that you can focus on the next thing.
November.
Oh, no.
Or we also can use our own data.
Yeah, you can use your own data as long as you also upload another file, like another Excel sheet showing what your raw data is.
It should be any data time versus some result.
Time versus some result, if you are going to use some data, it has to be real data from an experiment or some kind of process. You can't just make up numbers by yourself.
You might have some simulation data with time and like.
Yeah, if it's coming from some simulation, that's fine, or experiment, that's fine. But I don't want you making up some data just without thinking or there is anything underlying to it. Yeah.
But if you use your own data, the x-axis has to be time.
Yes, FFT is for time. You can do FFT for spatial domains, just like you have frequencies. You can also have spatial frequencies, which are called inverse wavelength or wave numbers. That's also fine. But if you provide some context about your data, that will be helpful to me.
So project 1 was 15% and this DFT project is 5%.
5%. Yeah. In hindsight, I feel like project 1 should have had less weightage and this should have more weightage. But anyway, now I don't want to change any of that. Next time, if I teach this, I'll think about it. What else is unanswered in your mind? Become a very
Excuse me.
complicated course.
Can
So
you hear
many
me?
ins and outs and extensions and deadlines. Yeah, I hope to simplify this next time. Okay, I'll give a minute for you to write down or take a picture and then we'll start.
Can you hear me? Hello?
I recorded something with music and then
You can take stock price over the last 2 months and do FFT on that. I don't care. It has to be data that varies with time.
yes.
Any type of data. What do you think?
No, I just use the happy birthday melody.
Okay.
And
Yeah, you can do analysis on music. Yeah, you can totally do that. You can see what frequencies are present.
it shows the frequency of the notes, so it was easier for you to find.
So yeah, sure, that'll be nice. So main thing I want to emphasize is you are going to upload your presentation as the solution and also your talk, the 10-minute presentation by 4 p.m. on that Monday. And you wouldn't know, nobody would know when you are going to present until it's either Monday or Wednesday. Okay.
So, for the DFT project, we should just upload the code and data.
Yeah, your code, you can do it similar to what you did for project one, PPT file. You can have your code pasted and the FFT spectra from your code as the output.
So are we expected to reconstruct with like the phase information?
Yeah, sure. That is, you can get a complex signal. The one you provided has several frequencies. You can take the first three major frequencies and reconstruct the signal. Add two more, see how close you are able to get the signal with fewer frequencies. There could be a lot of higher frequencies which don't contribute much. It's probably noise. So you could reconstruct most of your signal with only 4 or 5 frequencies. You should try that actually. So be creative. Don't be constrained by what I said or didn't say. Do your thing. Any other question? No. Okay. Okay, I'll try to remember this. This is on the video, so I'll go back and keep note and remind you. Okay. How many in this class are taking the qualifying exam? 2, 3, 4. You guys are taking? No? 4. Okay.
Used to been should also be taken up.
Say it again.
Uh,
Jennifer? Oh, 5. So if you have any questions,